What's going on, everyone? I'm Steven, and today, right now, we're about to look at the HBCU Culture Homecoming Battle of the Bands. The footage you're going to see in here is courtesy of A1 Media and Smash Time Productions. There'll be a link down in the description below to all of these performances, so please go watch them if you haven't already so you can see them in their entirety without any of my interruptions. Alright, so here we go, man. I'm so excited about all of this stuff because I am off for a week now. My birthday is Friday. Holy smokes, I'm excited. I'm going to be able to sleep for a little more than 4 hours. I have been seeing some clips from the HBCU Culture Battle Bands that took place in Atlanta this past weekend, and some things look very interesting. I saw some comments on some posts I had made about little polls, which battles you thought was, when it's Battle of the Bands, I like when there's a winner determined. If there's not a winner chosen, it's more like a showcase, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, but just, if there's a battle, let's pick a winner.
So that's what we're gonna do today.
Considering that all the bands only perform 2 songs apiece, we have divided the bands up into 2 groups. Group 1 is gonna consist of Southern, Alabama A&M, and Jackson. Group 2 will consist of Alabama State, Miles, and Talladega. This is going to be a
sudden death type tournament.
In Group 1, all 3 bands will perform 1 song apiece. At the end of the performances, we will score the bands and we will choose a winner from those 3 to move on to round 2. Same thing will happen with the second group. 3 bands will perform 1 song, we will score the bands, then the winner from Group 2 will move on to round 2 to face the winner from round 1. That will be our championship round, and then those 2 bands perform their second songs, and then we will choose a winner. Okay, so I created a poll on my community tab asking which battle did you all like the best, and some of you all were commenting which battle you thought was the worst. In first place right now, we have, out of 268 votes, 48% is saying that Southern versus Alabama State was the best battle, and right underneath that in second place was Jackson vs. Miles, and in a very far away third was Talladega and Alabama A&M. So that is that. Now, the comment about how do I feel about the flow of the event, if it's a battle of bands, what if there was like an elimination type round? You had all the bands out there at once, some kind of way. It's only 6 bands, I believe, right? Yep, 6 bands. Each band plays 1 song. At the end of round 1, have actual judges there to score the bands, and then the crowd can have a big percentage of that vote. Very easy. Use a Google form. That's what I've been using. It's been working fantastic with this channel and a whole bunch of other things I do in the professional world. The whole crowd, give them 2 minutes to just log on, show like a QR code up there, the big Titantron screens. Everyone scans it, boom, goes to Google form. They can only vote once. Let them vote. After 2 minutes is up, close the voting form, look at the results, post the results on the screen, and eliminate a band. Like, eliminate them. Simple as that. Like, why not? Let's have some fun there. Once the bands are eliminated, round 2. Now that band is gone. When they are eliminated, they come out the stands and get the hell out the way. Like, boom, they are literally eliminated. Go all the way down to the last 2 bands, and then the last 2 bands can have their floor shows. Boom, you know what I mean? Like, let it build up to something like that. I think that'd be a lot more competitive, and I think the bands would practice harder if they knew it's going to be something like that, where you're literally getting eliminated. But that's what I would like to see, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. You all let me know what you think about that down in the comments. All right, so here we go. Up first, we're going to have Group 1. Group 1 consists of Southern University, Alabama A&M, and Jackson State. Each band's going to perform 1 song apiece. After the 3 bands perform their 1 song, we're going to score the bands and select a winner from this group, then repeat the process with the other 3 bands. All right, so here we go. Without any further ado,
let's do what it do.
Here we go, Southern. All right, so let me know down in the comments, how did they sound live when you were there? And this is an interesting setup. It's like they have the baritones next to the woodwinds and the mellophones on the other side. Good Lord, okay. Okay, we're gonna wait till the end and talk about it. Yeah, I'll wait. Okay. Look good, ladies. Look real good. What's everyone cheering for? Oh. Happy belated birthday to Smash Time. We see you. See your symbols. All right, Southern. All right, so that was, okay, we got 10 seconds here. Okay, so that was Southern right there for that one. So remember, we're scoring arrangement. Oh, dang. Arrangement, blend and balance, dynamics, percussion, execution, and all that good stuff. So here we go, Alabama. Look good, ladies. Where's the percussion in reference to the tubas? Okay, not bad, not bad. We'll save all the good stuff at the end there. But yeah, so up next we have Jackson. That will conclude the first group. And we'll select the winner from that one. So here we go, Jackson State. Sound real nice, real clear. All right, so there you have it. That was Southern, Alabama A&M, and Jackson State performing their first song in round one. So we're not going to waste any time. Let's get to these scores. Hopefully you're scoring them down below. This is what the scorecard looks like. We're scoring the bands in these 5 categories of arrangement, blend and balance, dynamics and articulation, percussion, and execution. You can receive up to 5 points in these categories, which will bring you to a total of 25. So that's what we're about to do right now. Pause the video if you would like and score the bands yourselves, and then we're going to compare them. Coming up right now, here are the scores. Here are the scores from Group 1, Round 1. Arrangement, Southern 5, Alabama A&M 4, Jackson State 5. Blend and Balance, Southern 4, Alabama A&M 3, Jackson State 5. Dynamics and Articulation, Southern 4, Alabama A&M 4, Jackson State 4. Percussion, Southern 5, Alabama A&M 4, Jackson State 5. Execution, Southern 5, Alabama A&M 4, Jackson State 5. This brings total scores to Southern 23 out of 25, Alabama A&M 19 out of 25, and Jackson State 24 out of 25. All right, so the winner of Group 1 is Jackson State, and that is simply because it came down to balance and blend. And I think that, and my personal opinion is, having the baritones and French horns in the front, like next to the woodwinds, it sound like those parts was just really sticking out there. It's like, I know that Southern can be balanced and blended. We've already heard that before, but having the baritones and French horns up there in the front like that, crazy. So the balance just sounded a little bit out of whack, in my opinion, and that's why Jackson State had the edge in that one category, because the way that I think Jackson was set up had a lot to do with the balance, and that's what I heard, and I can visually see why they probably sounded like that. So that is that. So great job, Jackson State. Coming up next, Group 2, and we're going to start off with Alabama State. Here we go. Will Alabama State use those same dynamics in this song coming up? We'll find out right now. I doubt it. Nice baritones. I see you, ladies. The groove between the tubas and percussion. Ooh, this song sounds mean. Nice tubas. Oh yeah, okay. So that was Alabama State. I like that a lot. I love the bass drums and tubas. Favorite part. Okay, up next I think we have Miles College. Who's yelling? Oh, that was, okay, that was Jackson. Okay. Oh, this sounds good. Nice trombones. Nice dynamics, Miles. Real nice. like that tuba line. Not too much trumpet, I heard that. Oh, tempo, come on, y'all. Oh my God, trumpets. No, sir, ma'am, whoever. No, no, no trumpets. All right, so that was Miles. All right, Talladega. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. Percussion's a bit too loud. Come down some percussion, like by half. I see you, drum majors. Well, that one drum major over there. They got drum majors be getting it. It's a lot of stuff they be doing, but they be getting it. Okay, so that, all right, so there you have it. That was group 2. That was Alabama State, Miles College, and Talladega. Let's get into these scores. Here we go. Here are the scores for group 2, round 1. Arrangement, Alabama State, 5. Miles, 5. Talladega, 5. Blend and balance, Alabama State, 5. Miles, 4. Talladega, 3. Dynamics and articulation, Alabama State, 4. Miles, 5. Talladega, 3. Percussion, Alabama State, 5. Miles, 5. Talladega, 4. Execution, Alabama State, 5. Miles, 4. Talladega, 4. This brings the total score to Alabama State 24, Miles College 23, and Talladega 19. And the winner of Group 2 that's moving on to Round 2 is Alabama State. So we're about to see Alabama State and Jackson State in Round 2 for the championship. All right, so there you have it. These are the scores that I got for Group 2, Round 1. What do you all got? Let me know down in the comments down there. So let's talk about it real quick. When it comes to the arrangement, I like all the arrangements. I think they're super good in their own way. I really do like how Talladega has, in my opinion, some of the coolest arrangements, and if they are executed correctly, it might be some of the coolest sounding songs out there. Miles, I love how smooth that song sounded and the dynamics. You are the only band that played a song that had dynamics like that in the first song. And Alabama State, I thought it sounded really, really good. I liked the tuba line, the bass line, nice song, and it felt like it was the personality of Alabama State. I don't know what that means exactly, but it felt like Alabama State, so good job all bands. When it comes to blend and balance, I think the best sounding band was Alabama State, simply because they, to me, sounded nicely blended and balanced. There was nothing that sounded crazy. I could hear everything nice and well. Dynamics, they didn't really get soft at any parts, but we did hear that nice Order My Steps at the beginning, so that kind of give you a little, taste of what they can do when they want to. So great job, Alabama State. When it comes to Miles College, I thought you all sounded really good too, but not as well as Alabama State. Now, that could have had something to do with where the tubas were set up. Again, setup could have a lot to do with it. Could be the recording, could be a lot of stuff, but all I have to go on is what I'm seeing and hearing in these videos. So when it comes to it, Miles, you sounded great. I like the sound. It sounded really nice and smooth. No one was really overplaying. Good job, but I don't think you all sounded as blended and balanced as Alabama State. And Talladega, you got a 3 simply because I think percussion was too loud. I couldn't really hear anything else that much. Talladega's not as big as they were last year, but it sounds like the band's still trying to play like they're the same size. I think the band should calm down a bit and focus on blending and balancing a lot more, especially percussion. It sounds like you all had the loudest percussion section in the entire event, and not talking anything negative, you all were like one of the smallest groups in the event, but the percussion was just playing like you all were outside. Check that up, so let's listen to those wind instruments more, especially when we're inside. I think that's what really threw all you off, because I couldn't hear any other section most of the time but percussion. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's why y'all got a 3. For dynamics and articulation, Alabama State, I think you all sounded good, but Miles had the best dynamics simply because they had that nice, soft, smooth part. So Miles gets a 5, Alabama gets a 4, and Talladega gonna get that 3 because you all were just mostly percussion loud the whole time. Alabama, you didn't have bad dynamics, but there just wasn't really any dynamics in that second song. It was kind of like a nice hype song that was pretty, loud all the way through. And considering Miles had that nice soft section that they featured, it's kind of like in the middle of their song or at the beginning, whatever that was, and the other 2 songs didn't. That's why Miles has that edge when it comes to dynamics and articulation. I think all the bands had good articulation. I didn't hear nothing that sounded crazy, except for there were some other things happening, but those are in different categories. So let's move on. All right, because percussion, Alabama State and Miles get a 5 and Talladega gets a 4, only because percussion was just too loud. That was it. I really didn't hear too much of a tempo issue. I don't think I did. That could have just been the song, but the way that these new arrangers arrange the song sound like it's off tempo sometimes anyway, but that's just how they are. It just kind of just locks back in out of nowhere. But percussion at Talladega was just way too loud for the size of the band, especially. So that's the only reason Talladega's percussion section gets a 4. And for execution, Alabama State gets a 5, Miles and Talladega gets a 4. Alabama State gets a 5 because it sounded like that song was tight. It sounded really tight. Great presentation, great performance, the way the band was set up, how they moved, how they looked. And Miles and Talladega, the song sounded good, but I just think they could have sounded better. Talladega, I think I've heard y'all sounded better in different venues. Like when you're outside, that's okay when percussion plays that kind of volume at times, because that's the only reason. Then Miles, I haven't really heard y'all that much throughout the season, but I feel like I've heard y'all sound better before. So that's why execution, Alabama State gets the 5 and the other 2 gets a 4. So congratulations to Alabama State for moving on to round 2 against Jackson State. So here we go, round 2, championship round between Jackson State and Alabama State coming up.
If you like or want to support my channel, or if you want to make a request to a video for me to react to, there's a new feature on the channel, and it's called the Thanks button. It's located right next to the subscribe and like button. This button allows you to make a safe and secure donation directly to my YouTube channel. When you click the button, you'll be prompted to select your donation amount, and also type in your request or a shout out. Thank you all for your support, and be on the lookout for more information about the movie we are making, and that is the main reason we are raising money. So thank you all again for your support.
All right, here we go. Championship round, round 2. The band's only played 2 songs, so here we go. All right, what wins? Ooh, look at the lights. That guy's so cool. Yes, ma'am, J-Sets. Yeah, you see what I mean? Jackson State's setup makes sense. Like Alabama State's setup made sense. Southern was just like, let's all power to the front. right. Okay, so now we should be going. Jackson always be sneaking in another song. Smart thinking though. It's still considered the second set, right? Yep. Ooh, them saxophones said they're gonna crank on y'all today. I like saxophones, so I'm just playing. All right. Okay. All right, so that was Jackson State. What do you all think in this championship round? Let's see what Alabama State's about to play. Oh man, Jackson State, Alabama State. What a fun battle. Here we go. Come on, Tubas, what the hell was that? Interesting. Okay. All right, so there you have it. That was the championship round between Jackson State and Alabama State. And let's get to these scores. Here we go. And here are the scores for the championship round between Jackson State and Alabama State from the HBCU Culture Homecoming Battle of the Bands. Arrangement, Jackson State 5, Alabama State 4. Blend and balance, Jackson State 5, Alabama State 4. Dynamics and articulation, both bands 4. Percussion, both bands 5. Execution, Jackson State 5, Alabama State 4. This brings the total score to Jackson State 24 out of 25 and Alabama State 21 out of 25. The winner of HBCU Culture Homecoming Battle of Bands is Jackson State Sonic Boom of the South. All right, so there you have it. That was the championship round between Jackson State and Alabama State, and you see the scores right there that popped up on the screen. And these are the scores that I came up with. What are yours? Let me know down in the comment. Let's talk about it real quick. Okay, as far as arrangements go, I like the arrangements from both bands, but I think Jackson State's had the edge because it sounded more together. And when it comes to the arrangement in Alabama, I couldn't tell if that's the way the arrangement was supposed to go versus were there a little bit of mistakes happening in some places. So for that reason, Jackson State gets a 5. ASU gets a 4. For blend and balance on this selection, I think Jackson State had a better blend and balance. I'm saying that again because there were some mistakes, some issues I heard with Alabama. So that's the reason that Jackson State gets to 5 and ASU gets to 4. As far as dynamics articulation, I think both bands were equal when it comes to dynamics, about, same dynamic marking throughout the whole song. And I think that articulation was about even between both bands, so both bands get a 4 for dynamics and articulation. Percussion, good job, both bands get a 5. Nice and balanced and blended right there into the band. See, that sounded good. I didn't hear just percussion covering the whole band. I do like how the sousaphones surround the band. Usually when I see bands set up like that, for me, they sound the best, and that's how we record them in sound stages as well. And as far as execution, JSU gets a 5, ASU gets a 4. Simple things because I heard some mistakes in ASU, whereas I didn't hear any in JSU, so there's stats, and that's how the scores equal to what they are. All right, so there you have it. This is the conclusion to my analysis when it comes to the HBCU Culture Battle of Bands. But seriously though, I do think this would be a fun format that Battle of the Bands could try. Like, let's eliminate some bands. Let's have the competition up higher. Choose a winner. If it's not going to be a winner chosen, let's just call it a showcase because that's what it is. As far as the format of how the event went, I think it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. I think having the audience being able to vote live is very simple, especially in today's world. Using Google Forms, you can have it right there live in your face and you can do everything right there. I think it'll be a lot of fun and have the crowd more engaged in what's going on. With this kind of format that I did, I think that the bands would even come more prepared because they know they can be eliminated right off rip. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. Every band says they're the best, but there's no actual publications that's literally ranking the bands from scoring them. We have all these Battle of the Bands that just come and play and get trophies and leave, and that's just it. And then it's just lots of crowd opinion, which is great. But let's have the crowd as one of the judges with actual. Have you seen American Idol and all these competition shows? It's easy. It's very easy to do, so let's try that. What do you all think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you agree with the scores that I gave?
Or do you not?
Let me know. Comment down below. Peace.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. We really appreciate it. If you would like to make a request and see behind the scenes stuff, consider becoming a producer. Do that by hitting the join button. And if you want to throw a donation our way, hit that thanks button. These buttons are located right next to the subscribe button, so hit that one too. If you like this video, there are hundreds more on the channel, so subscribe to see more content.